calm down. Your voice type really doesn't matter. All right, so it might, but only in a few instances and in a few genres. So let me explain. First of all, if you are just starting out, even if your goal is to sing ultimately opera, your job is to learn to sing correctly and consistently. You should be focusing on breathing well, balance, and just good, healthy technique in general. So, whether you are a baritone or a lyric tenor or a dramatic whatever, that's not important. Learn how to sing first because we may not know what you are for some time, and that's totally normal. Also, if you are a younger vocalist, we may not know for a while either. Fun fact, but if you are a young male, your voice takes a little bit longer to develop until you get your full grown up voice, so to speak. And that may mean that your voice does not settle until your early 20s. So it may take some time for those reasons. So be patient. It's not always about the labeling, but it's about learning how to do it well and do it confidently. Now, here's where it might matter a little bit. Musical theater. Now, the voice typing in musical theater is a little different because voice type is seen as a general guideline. There are a lot of women, for example, if you are familiar with those famous musical theater anthologies, which we all know, love, and use, that can sing comfortably out of both the belter mezzo one, which is meant for that lower voice to mid, and obviously belts, and they also sing well out of the soprano volume, but certainly not all of the songs in both categories, because who can do that besides, I don't know, maybe Audra McDonald or Kristen Chenoweth. But bottom line is, they're not so concerned in musical theater about what you are as long as you can do it well. There is lots of room to play. For example, Sutton Foster, who is definitely what I consider a mezzo belter, meaning she's got a really strong mid and obviously she can belt her face off. She actually sang the traditionally soprano role of Marian the Librarian on Broadway in the past couple years, and they just lowered the keys on a few of the songs to fit her. So, bottom line is, they're looking mainly for a personality, but yes, voice is absolutely a consideration as well. It's just not the be all end all. So if you can sing it, great. Don't write it off. But ask yourself, can you sing it consistently before you make that song or that role part of your rep in musical theater? Here's where it does not matter at all as far as your voice type. Do you sing rock? Do you sing country? Do you sing pop, R&B, jazz? All of that. Nobody cares what voice type Freddie Mercury has. They're not talking about that. Nobody is saying, oh my goodness, Ann Wilson has the most stunning rock mezzo-soprano I've ever heard. Although technically she is. What I'm getting at is, in rock, you're selling a vibe. You're selling an attitude. You're selling a sound. Nobody wants the specifics. That's kind of the opposite of rock or pop, which is meant to be fun. It's a feeling. It's nothing deep. So, when we're not looking at an instrumental style of singing, a label, no one cares. They're never ever using those terms in commercial music styles. Rarely, right? Maybe if they're working with a vocal coach, sure. Or somebody who's writing up a music review on them. But again, it's rare. So totally doesn't care if you're singing commercial styles. So don't worry about it. Can you sing it? Great. I mean, if you're looking for, let's say, a posting for somebody looking for a male or female singer to join a band, they'll give you an idea of the styles they want you to sing. And then they'll work with you, right, on the arrangement and the key. Sometimes they have a really clear idea what they want. Sometimes they don't. But bottom line is, if you're singing any of the styles that are commercial, nope, doesn't matter. Lastly, here's where it does matter, and it matters a lot. Classical music / opera. They call it the FACH system. I said FACH. F-A-C-H. What is it? It is a way of categorizing an operatic voice. And they categorize it down to the last note. We've got lyric, tenors, and sopranos, which mean a bit lighter. versus dramatic sopranos and tenors and baritones and mezzos, which are a bit louder and richer and bigger in size, just to name a couple specific ways that they label voices. Why? Because classical music is a very instrumental way of singing. There's no room for play here. There's no room for making things your own. The composer wrote it a certain way, well, we sing it that way. And so that's why they want to make sure that if you are a soprano auditioning for an operatic role, that you are the right kind of soprano or right kind of tenor, baritone, bass. You get the idea. So it does matter a great deal in opera, classical music, but not the other ones as much or at all. But having said that, if you are watching this video and you are interested in trying your hand at classical music and you are young, just starting out, it doesn't matter now. So I want to make that very clear that across all the genres, even if you ultimately it does matter, it doesn't matter now when you're just starting out. First, just learn to sing and relax and stop Googling at 12 at night, asking what voice type you are or asking ChatGPT, because you're not going to find out that way. The only way you're going to find out is with time and a set of ears that you respect. So, hope you found this video informative. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.